Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate, where I've got a bit of good news for you. So I got my new schedule from the office, and looks like, I mean, there's quite a few hours, but looks like I will actually have Fridays off for now. So looks like I will indeed, if I with just a little bit of time management, will be able to get my Siralim stuff recorded and indeed even continue on with my Path of Exile stuff unimpeded if everything goes as planned. Nevertheless, even though it doesn't look like I'm gonna have to record too many Siralim episodes in advance, I am nonetheless recording this episode very early, very much in advance, mainly because I wanted to check something. So we made a bit of a change. By the way, this is going to be our first Tuesday episode, so happy Tuesday to all you guys. And from now on, Siralim is going to be Tuesday, Thursday, and then either Saturday or Sunday. I still haven't decided that yet, but for at least a couple months, it's just going to be Tuesday, Thursday, and then eventually a third day of the week. And when that happens, I'll make an announcement, or I'll put it in a video or something. Anyway, the reason I'm recording this video so far in advance is because I need to basically understand how well this new build is going to work. Basically, well, I mean, it's not an entirely new build. It's a build with one slight change, but it's a very huge change. So what we did was we took out Singleton, the Windrunner anointment, one of the best and most important anointments in the game, in favor of the Evoker anointment, Outspoken, which makes us immune to Silenced. Basically, it's a question of what can you do that's going to save you the most time, or to put it in a different way, what can you do to prevent the game from wasting your time? Now, frequently in realms where enemies have that trait, attack 11 times, cast 11 times, it can waste your time if coupled with that they also have something that's causing them to do stuff at the start of combat. Pretty rare, but occasionally it will show up and it will waste your time. So I had Windrunner, I had a Singleton set up for that reason, right? Because now enemies will only attack or cast once. But also what we found out was that if our party members get silenced, especially our mimics, we could just get a full party wipe, which ultimately wastes more of your time because you then have to do the whole realm again. So with a heavy heart, it was a difficult decision, but I decided you gotta, with only 5 anointments to work with, and with the other 3 mandatory, Burn the Corpses, Firestarter has to be there, Worldbreaker has to be there. Veracity is one that I might take out, but we'll see what it's like without Singleton but keeping Veracity. And if it turns out that enemies are bothering us too much with their extra attacks and casts, then I'll have to maybe think about taking Veracity out and finding some other way to sort of bolt on some attack damage, spell damage onto this primarily blight based build. And so I just need to do one run just to gather a bit of data, because while I'm at work, there's nothing stopping me from doing brainstorming, doing theory crafting. I can even open the game and read the text, that kind of stuff. What I can't do is bring my controller, because even on break, it would look weird if I just started playing a whole last game, right? So I just need to do one more one more run where we just gather some some information. So we're again gonna go through and we're gonna the usual, you know, kill 2 false gods. You kill 2 false gods, you move on. You kill 2 false gods, you move on. And 390 is a good bonus for us to take into a random realm. I will, for the foreseeable future, we're going to be playing on Instability 5. I may turn Instability back down once we've completed the new card album, but it's a long way to go. We found so 430 new cards were added, out of which we found 11 so far, which is quite a few, but you see they did something at the start of combat, and if they had a realm property cast 11 times, then whatever they just did would have happened 11 times. So now I like basically we have to see, well, what oh motherfuck this. Oh god. Excuse me? What the fuck? Get fucked. Get fucked. Yeah, I hate Pumpkin Kings and the way they like Pumpkin Kings combined with how just damage dealing works in this game leads to some odd and frustrating situations, but you know what isn't odd, what isn't frustrating, it's finding an early card. Lucanian Armiger, is that new? We'll just see. It's from the Lucanian set, which now has 3, so I believe that was new. No, it wasn't new. We're already finding duplicates of these new cards. Okay, well, that's fine, and it's a death card, so that's nice. Oh god, I think Tremors are... hang on a second. I think Tremors are either Nature or Chaos. I should have checked. Golem. Tremor. It is a... Nature, okay. Yeah, that would be my first guess. Okay. That's the realm quest done. So we did actually need to answer Riddle Dwarf questions. There's going to be one more Riddle Dwarf in this realm, because there are 3, out of which you only need 2 for the realm quest. But we'll find the 3rd one. And we'll get that done. Alright. Alright. But yeah, this episode is basically just going to be a stress test of this modified build. And the thing that's really going to stress test it is when we start getting into realms where enemies have those properties, where the realm has those properties, where enemies are casting 11 times, attacking 11 times, that kind of stuff. Alright. Alright. Do we need to do any candle summons? Nope, those are all done. Alright. Where is this? There he is. Oh my god, I don't fucking know, man. This is a new... The new creatures or... Hang on a second. It's a bit Base cat. Is this even gonna be in the unofficial codex? Oh my god, dude. No, no, don't do this to me. Hang on. This is the ultimate unofficial codex. Please tell me this shit has been added to the unofficial codex shit. Whoa, easy. Base cat. No, dude, they haven't added them yet. They haven't added the new shit. Man, come on. How is anybody supposed to know this, man? So, like cats, it could be. Well, it's one of these two, right? I'm gonna guess sorcery, but it's probably chaos. Okay, well. Oh, okay, dude. Man, like, I don't think that's a fair. Those are fair questions. I think the only questions should be about realms and gods. You don't need to ask about spells. You don't need to ask about. There's just too many of them. Just limit it to the like the gods and the realms. That's enough. There are 30 gods. Each of them has a different realm. Just memorizing that's enough of a feat of memory, right? Anyway, we got that, and now we're just gonna go on to the next realm. Oh my god, this realm layout is fucking trash. Oh my god, are you fucking oh my god, are you fucking serious? Look at this realm, man. You need to fix the realm generation, because it can get a little bit goofy sometimes. Alright, let's continue. Oh my god, twinkling ornament. Hang on, did I have nether stones from last episode that I didn't I'm not fighting protected enemies. I'm just gonna go back home. Do I have nether stones from last time that I didn't destroy? Well, there's 229, 252, and 300 and 309. 229, 252, 300, 309. 229, 252, 300, and 309. So 229. Oh. 252. 300 and 309. Now, Shell Burst is a nice spell, but I don't think we need it. Okay. With all of that done, we can finally go to our second realm. I'm going to be paying close attention to what the realm properties are. But first, I'm going to be paying close attention to just the item bonus, because we gotta get something good. Oh man, the game was frozen, so I kept pressing Y, but I think it skipped a few. But we got a 377 anyway. Elemental fusion is gonna make things weird, but I think we're fine. What else are we? A chance to fuck. I hate this realm, man. I hate this realm. I hate that realm property. I yell like, fuck this nonsense, dude. Oh my god. let's just find the master and leave. Let's just find the master and leave. Oh my god. I mean, at least the elemental fusion is making all of the monsters like fit in with the aesthetics of this realm. That's kind of cool, right? Because they all have this flesh-colored look to them. Do we need to find more buried treasure? We don't, but we will anyway. Because well, no, we do. I just noticed the icon, so we'll definitely look for that treasure. Alright, boys. Ooh, a whole bunch of nemesis creatures. I will say, the color scheme. This is very pleasing to me, having the enemies match the color scheme, and that is something I really enjoy. It's happened completely by accident. The game didn't plan it. What the fuck was that? What the fuck happened? It must have been a like a booze, like an elemental thing. I don't think it had to do with the fact that those were abominations. We gotta find 2 more blood wells. Oh, there's one. No. Is this this is a blood well, so we need to find 1 more of those. I think blood fountains are that other thing that gives you stats. Also gaining a bunch of knowledge with creatures is nice, because, it's good to have. And there's the buried treasure. Alright, and we're just gonna move on to the next realm. Is there a reason to head back home? Might as well start a new project. Pilgrimage, maybe we'll do. We probably won't do 2 of them, but like, we're always running pilgrimages, so it's not like, it's not like we don't want to do pilgrimages. It's that, do we want to wait for 2 pilgrimages to get done before handing in our Rune of Prophecies? I think you'd want to be a little bit quicker than that. So this is not one of the extra attack realms. Maybe that's another reason why the change we made to our build is a good idea, because it's a rare thing for enemies, for the realm to seemingly have those properties, or it doesn't happen every time, whereas no matter what the realm properties are, like in basically any realm, like when you account for fusions as well, in any realm, any monster could have a property where they can silence you, whereas not all realms will subject you to the multi-attack thing. And even where they do have the multi-attack thing, in order for it to be an issue, they would have to take their turns, which means, or some sort of start of combat stuff would have to happen. So I don't like dropping Singleton. It is one of the best anointments in the game, but right now I just have had too many horrible experiences with the enemies silencing my party, so we're just gonna do it this way. We've killed. Is there a reason to do anything else? Well, you know what? Let me pop down here, smash up some stuff, open a chest or two. And sure, we'll I love that we have our new method for fighting sturdy gargantuans. Makes... Oh yeah, we gotta complete this mini quest to get a bit of favor. I think we get resources for doing this. Yeah, see, look at the random debuffs that were being put on us. I think they tried to silence us. Now that is not going to be a thing that we'll have to worry about. Yeah. Like those nemesis creatures, those elite monsters that put random debuffs on you can also silence you. So another reason why I think it was a good decision, and I feel pretty vindicated. But like I said, this episode is a stress test. By the time we're through with this episode, what do we have to hand in? By the time we're through with this episode, you know what? We might as well finish this whole Rune of Prophecies. Yeah. We'll do it like that. Nether boss Myrtle 363. Extra traits? Wait, hang on. Have they removed the like attack X times, cast X times as an enemy thing? Because if they... Jesus, what the fuck are you doing? Because if they have, then that just instantly means it's not a... Then that instantly means that, like, we don't need Singleton anymore. Now, there are individual enemies who have traits that say, oh, you know, this enemy attacks X times, it casts X times based on Y condition. But if the realm property attack and cast X times is no longer a thing. I mean, I'm making a huge assumption based purely on the fact that I haven't seen it in the last couple realms. Yeah, see, look at Vortexes. I mean, I'm glad that they had the decency to drop a card. Vortexes were the bane of my existence precisely because of the silence that they would put on you. And they would just cause your spells to fail. And like they'd seal your spell gems and do all sorts of dumb shit. Alright. Easy. Easy. Alright, now in this realm, I believe we have a bonus where enemies will sometimes drop chests. Alright, well that was pretty annoying. But overall, I do enjoy the Gambler's Hive quite a bit. A fun realm. Next battle, enemies drop. So it's the packs of cards. And there's lots of packs of cards. Okay. So this is a realm where you want to get into all kinds of combat if you can. And if you clear out the realm and you have more treasure chests to collect, you should probably just summon somebody at the candle. I believe this will also... Excuse me? Oh, you know what? They must have spawned with the Pumpkin King trait, which gave them extra defense. Alright, well, but I mean, I'm not blank slate. I was trying to... Motherfucker, dude. I was trying to do Star Pact? There we go. With the defense penetration, it should still wipe them out. And indeed, it did. Agile enemies are going to be a bit of a pain, but not too much of a pain. One thing I've noticed is that the treasure chest seems to spawn in with the Gambler's Hive graphic initially, but then it changes into like the generic treasure. Like, have you noticed that? I thought it was like just hallucinating, because I thought I saw this happening the last time we were in the Gambler's Hive, but no, it's definitely happening. Like, the treasure chests are spawning in for a split second with the Gambler's Hive treasure chest graphic, and if they're... Yeah, see, like, the treasure chest that's open right now. They're spawning in with this graphic, but then it's changing to a different, like a generic treasure chest. If there are any enemies left to fight, and there seems to be one up here, I'll show you what I mean. If there's a chest. You see, when it spawned in, it was initially the Gambler's Hive chest. This time, I saw it pretty clearly because I was looking for it. It spawned in as the Gambler's Hive chest, but then it changed into the regular chest. I might put in a bug report. It seems like such a low stakes bug that even if the game never fixed it, it wouldn't bother me. It would just be like a quirky thing that happens. I might leave a bug report. I don't know. If it really bothers somebody, then, like, I tell you what, if you've watched this video and if it really, really, really bothers you, and you're like, man, I can't keep watching this series if every time he goes to the Gambler's Hive, it's gonna, you know, have a slight graphical glitch, then you feel free to go into the Discord and leave a bug report, because anybody can, like, it. Sure, I'm the one who noticed it, but all you really need is proof for how the bug is reproduced, and I don't think there's any law against linking somebody else's video. Like, okay, I didn't do it myself, but this other guy did it, and yeah, and reproduced it a couple times. All right. So yeah, if it's really eating you up, then yeah, just go and I can't promise you that it'll be on the top of the list for things to fix in the game. I think they're gonna focus on like actual things that affect gameplay, like balance issues or skills that aren't working properly, that kind of thing. But you know, maybe one day they'll get around to fixing it. We'll not hold our breaths on this one. Alright, so let's go in. Take out yeah, I'm not seeing the attack and cast X times thing anymore. Maybe it has just been removed. I know there were people who suggested that it be removed. It happened in this realm as well, didn't it? So I think in this realm you get treasure chests, and the next enemy you fight after you collect one of those skulls. So we'll keep our eyes open. You know what might be happening? So it's gonna say next enemies drop a treasure chest. So let's pay close attention. Chats to resist damage. Fuck off, dude. Oh, hey, Mecto! But yeah, it spawned in initially as a realm-specific chest, but then it changed into something else. Now, who the hell is Mecto? Let's take a look at our cards. It's not in that card set. It's probably Robodomi? Mecto, yep. Sounds pretty good. And your creatures have a 10% chance to avoid instant kill effects. Alright, well, that's gonna be helpful, but if it caps out at 30%, I don't know if that's gonna be a reliable way. But it's one of those things that seems like there's no downside to having it, so yeah. Could be a farming target for us in terms of card sets that we'd like to complete early. We'll put it on our list, but I do think I still want to complete the I think, what was it? The effigy set? 181. I'm gonna have to destroy that. The effigy set to get the indirect damage reduction, because even like 3% might not seem like a lot, but on top of everything else that's giving us indirect damage reduction, anything that even puts a slight dent into it, I think is gonna have a pretty good effect. All right, what we got? And the rest, I think we're just good to go. Probably gonna be having a false god fight pretty soon. Impington Reborn goes up against Sisyphus Reborn, which is the the new channel name. It's been the name for about a few weeks now. Feeling pretty good about it. All right. We have to answer this correctly. Please don't be about one of the new creatures or one of the new spells. Chain Lightning. Okay. It's. I was gonna say it's either nature or sorcery, but there's a case to be made that it's chaos. Chain Lightning is a nature class spell. See, I would have guessed sorcery, but nature is correct. We completed the line. Alright. Alright. So we found... What is this? Less indirect damage. That sucks. That really sucks. You know what? I'll put you on the top of the timeline. Oh no, he's gonna have less indirect. Oh, okay. This might be a dangerous thing that I just done did. Because if we're struggling to kill, I mean, the thing about percentage damage is that it's the great equalizer in theory, as long as the proportions of enemy stats are the same, like the ratio of their life to their defense is about the same. It doesn't matter if you're like a level 1 trash mob or a level 8 million end game boss. You should be taking roughly the same kinds of damage. But false gods often have one or two extra little quirks that can make battles more complicated. So, especially if you're putting them on top of the timeline. Alright, let's keep on going. We basically need to survive to take a turn, and then and then we can take control of the battle. But even though we are gonna not be silenced, there might be other debuffs. Oh, yeah, I should not have put him at the top of the timeline. 75% health? Man, that's a lot. False God loses less stats. Alright, the portal has shown up. And since I think we're probably gonna get killed by Impington for a variety of reasons, mainly related to mistakes I made selecting the False God runes, we'll nevertheless, we will try our best. Alright. Alright, you know what, let's fight the Master before we go in. Let's get as much value out of this realm as we can. Yeah, I think maybe the like attack X times, cast X times has just been removed. And if that's true, well, first of all, in the patch notes, it would probably be listed under game balance changes, I think. I was mainly looking at not game balance changes, but like new content or like quality of life stuff. Hey, another death card. Gotta love death cards. Because every death card we find is a little bit more defense. And defense is just a good stat to have. Okay, that's a couple of nether stones that we're gonna have to deal with. Getting all kinds of treasure today. Alright. Alright. Excuse me? Oh, they've got the leech. But we have a macro for that. We fought the Master, you know, let me grab this chest. Then we will promptly get killed by Impington. Reborn. Alright. 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 Enough dilly-dallying. Let's see what happens. Hey, you rat bastard. Ooh, he doesn't look like he's made good use of his turn advantage. And now, the moment I do Greater Dispel, we automatically cast Entangling Roots. I think we just start using our macro. Oh yeah. Well, my friend, you blew it. You bungled it, you botched it. Completing prophecy lines as well. Herbling? I mean, your Herbling, your Herbling does this, your Herbling does that. Cruelty of the Wild, right? Your Herbling. You know what? Sure, let's start collecting the Herbling stuff. Why not? What do we get for our heaping treasure? We just get a decent amount of nature guild rep, which I'm pretty happy about. So We gotta head home, set a new bounty, and then we gotta move on. We gotta move on. And rather than handing in our Rune of Prophecies now, I think we will just continue until the pilgrimage is done. I think. I don't wanna break the flow of the episode, right? So I'll just set a new bounty against. You know what? Let's do Jotun again. I wanna get a feel for how quickly it is to how quick it is to fight him. We also haven't fought him much at all. We still need to kill life creatures. We still need to find Pando shrines. We're not that far away from completing a pilgrimage mission. 7 more rounds. All right, so it seems not too bad. 355 is good enough to take to random realm. Yeah, looks like maybe that realm property has just been removed from the game. I'll tell you what, in between episodes I will look it up, and then at the at the start of next episode I will confirm to you if I can find anything to that effect, or if you already know, then feel free to leave it in the excuse me? I mean, I'm glad that we have a Star Pack now, but we've encountered a worrying number of enemies that are hard for us to take down with fermented hops. Which is exotic realm. We need to find like another several hundred of those to collect the new exotic currency. And this is where people who've been playing the beta, assuming that they were able to keep their saves after the beta testing for this patch, would have a bit of a head start on me, because they would have already been... Hang on a second. Ooh. I like that. Ice cream man. Ice cream man. That's a... Sorry, I was just taken aback by what a cool name that was. Look around you, what you see here shall be your grave. I think that was maybe just a generic line of... Oh! Ice cream man. Well, hang on, was he frozen like Han Solo in Carbonite? Or am I reading too much into it? Let's go into the bestiary. Let's go to the exotics and let's find Ice Cream Man. He screams, man. Maybe I was reading a little bit too much into it. He does kind of have the Han Solo pose, but I think it's just meant to be maybe like a dude frozen in ice with a scoop and a cone. We got Unstable Horror, which is a little bit annoying. That is the Grimoire Master. Alright. Alright. We've fought the Master, we've wait. Yeah, we long ago did the candle summons that we needed. All right. A lot of enemies in this realm. they've got extra defense, and we have unstable horror, both things that are gonna slow us down. Brambled egg, nice. All right. Let's yoink all of this stuff, and sure, we'll get rid of this. All right. Pink and green is what we like. Pink and red is also what we like. We didn't get either of those, so that's unfortunate. Ooh, there's another Pando Shrine. This we do need. Gives us some emblems. I'm okay with that. And with that, I think we'll continue on our quest. You know what I'm gonna do? As I'm gonna head home, I'm gonna get rid of some of these nether stones before they start piling up too high. So 181, 182, 209, 181, 182, 209, and then I think that might be it. So just crush these. Make sure you get the 181. Then 182. And 209. Now let's continue. 449 is a good bonus to take to another random realm. Ooh, Xantai. I'm gonna immediately go into the Xantai fight, because I'm gonna... hang on. I think we're gonna unlock something. Is this Nethermancer Ned? I can distill fading end for price, of course. Dare you explore the possibilities? Very well. Show me the nether stones you can create. Okay. Now, will this guy show up? Double trait for more than 1 million crystal, which we've got 198 million of those. I think anything that has traits is worth investigating. So I'll buy the two. I'll buy. Listen, I'll throw down some money for a double trait. I'll throw down some money for even a single trait. So this guy only shows up in the Xantai realm. You can't bring him... I guess it wouldn't make sense, because if you had him in your realm, would you just always be able to buy another... It has to be a rare thing, otherwise the economy behind it wouldn't make sense. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? That's good. But let's actually take a look at the stones that we just got. So 320, 340, 348. Ignores barriers, barrier and shelled. And then the double trait was what? 322. Alright. After an ally attacks, the creature okay. And effects that activate when creatures are resurrected or ignored. I mean, potentially useful. Potentially useful. Alright. We gotta collect horse figurines. Alright. Alright. Let's get this done. We gotta find books as well. Ooh, another exotic realm. And do you give us treasure? You do. Alright, so you are worth fighting. Doll face. That's unsettling. But I like it. Alright. 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 Seems reasonable. Champions. Always annoying. You shouldn't have enemies outside of major bosses that are just unskippably immune to damage. But I guess this is just part of the game. No indication that it's going anywhere. Might as well just suck it up, I guess. We have another nether stone to destroy when we get back home. So far, I'd say this new stress test, or this stress test for the new modifications to our build is succeeding. Not even so much because of anything brilliant on my part, but maybe because of a change to the game. Either a change to the game or a stroke of really good luck that we haven't run into realm properties where enemies have extra attacks or extra casts. Again, it's possible it's been removed. If it's been removed, I will confirm that next episode, because I've got to just head to sleep soon. I could put an annotation in this one, but first of all, that's extra work for me. Second of all, I think the best way is to just confirm it, not with a random bit of text in the middle of an episode that maybe, you know, somebody might easily miss, but at the start of an episode, so that everybody knows. And it's harder to miss. Alright, so we gotta find one more Pandemonium Shrine. We would very much like to find one more Pandemonium Shrine. Let's also get a bit more treasure. Is there any reason to go anywhere else? Well, let's just see what's down here. Found another chest. That's perfectly cool. Alright, let's continue to yet another new realm. Nerlix, I think, is fine to fight with our party. $358 is good enough. Back in this realm. Oh nope, it was all a mirage. It has not in fact been removed from the game. Cast 11 times. We did indeed just have a really good, really long run of good luck. Now we get the most useless nether encounter ever. So it looks like whatever good luck we had early on in the episode has very quickly gone up in smoke. Because I think enemies have the elemental fusion again. Elementals are famous for doing all kinds of stupid nonsense at the start of combat. So I don't think we're gonna have a good time in this realm. Well, we've already killed the master. We just need to kill the another boss, and then we'll be mostly fine. Alright. Alright, now another stone. We'll have to destroy the low level ones at some point. Also, I'm gonna avoid extra combat in this realm, except if I know it's gonna give me a good amount of treasure. Just cause... Well, you know what? The whole point of this episode is to do a stress test, so maybe let's get into more combat. Yeah, let's fight this guy. So they didn't have the wisp that is... Thank you very much. They did not have the wisp that is immune to indirect damage. Alright. Very long... Oh no! Man, he ran right into... He ran right fucking into me? Oh no 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 no. No, 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 no. Do not take your fucking turn, dude. Motherfucker, he's gonna... Yeah, he healed all of his health, Mac. There we go. Have I no conscience? I mean, not really. But also, I wasn't trying to kill him. I would have absolutely let him live. But that's the other thing about 2.0 is that I kind of wish maybe I understand why people didn't like the old Treasure Golem AI. You know what? Maybe the compromise is that dumplings are now not running away from you, but maybe Treasure Golems still run away from you. Because the thing about Treasure Golems is they are a very, like, the idiosyncratic manner in which they approach their combat means you're not always in the mood to fight them unless you just really, really want the treasure, right? So with this party, I don't enjoy fighting Treasure Golems with this party, so I would absolutely not mind if, you know, they're running away. Yeah, see, look at this nonsense. Casting 11 fucking times. 11 fucking times. But at least the casting animations are, you know, quicker and smoother, so that's something like... Yeah, see, that is the kind of thing that Singleton was in place for. And, yeah, all of the nonsense is happening. All of the nonsense is happening. At least now we know it wastes your time, but not that much of your... But not that much of your time. Certainly it's better than being unavoidably silenced and then having your entire party wiped and then having to do the whole realm again. Oh god, man, there's too many nether stones. Hey, there's the last Pando shrine that we needed. So now, all we need to do is pilgrimage missions, which we might as well, because we're already largely through, but I won't be handing in any other missions until I have the pilgrimage ready. Alright. So let's continue. Concentrating hard. $377 is good enough to take to another random realm. It doesn't feel that random. What the fuck is going on in this realm? Excuse me. Two of our guys were snared. Okay, that explains it. What do they feel? Why? Is the Wyvern fusion causing problems? No, it's the 28% chance to resist damage. That's causing problems. Maybe the Wyvern fusion is also doing some stuff. Hang on. Why are you doing shit at the start of combat, dude? Valpas. Okay, well, we're just having a run of really bad luck. Like, every enemy has a new annoying thing. Man, excuse me? What the fuck's going... Motherfucker, what is going on, dude? Come on, man. What were my... What the fuck were my mimics doing? Mimic casts Guardian Force, Entangling Roots, and then what? What? I don't understand. I don't fucking understand. What is stopping my mimics from casting their spells? Oh, they've lost the... Oh my god. Less fucking charges. Hang on a fucking second. Hang on a fucking second. Oh man, come on. How have I lost my... How have I lost my fucking spell charges, dude? Come on. Come the fuck on, man. How... How have I lost my... Like... I don't know, man. This is a bunch of garbage nonsense, dude. I'm not even gonna get into any extra combat. I'll just fight the... whatever the fuck you are. Yeah. Excuse me? Like... What? No, no, dude. You... How have my spell charges gone? How the fuck have... Oh my fucking god, dude. Where's... Does anybody... Hang on. Fuck off, man. Fuck right off. Let me check something. Just defend. So cast. Wormhole on you. Some like I think this realm is just glitched. I don't think there's any explanation for why my spell charges are gone when clearly I'm not supposed to lose spell charges. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's another realm quest done with the antiquary. I'm absolutely not getting into any optional combat in this cursed realm. Just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave. Where's the exit? There's the exit. Alright, yes we have. Alright. Five is, yeah, again, every annoying thing is happening. And there's nothing we can do about it. Except turn realm instability off. Ooh, this is a very smoky realm, it looks like. Makes sense, it's a volcanic region. Alright. That was really stupid. What are they fused with? Occultists. That shouldn't be that bad. Alright, what do we have to do? We have to activate small volcanoes, like, I think these ones? And a couple right here. That's the realm already done? So let us go to the next realm, I guess. Does this give us... No, it just gives us favor and occasionally combat for more favor than you would have gotten. I guess it's worth doing. Alright. I'll fight a nemesis creature. I'll fight both of these. I'll take you all on. Then this should give 75 instead of just 37. We're pretty low with Volcanar, so I don't mind getting a bit of extra favor with this guy. But I think we will just move on at this point. And we're already at the False God fight. How deep are we? How long have we been going? Probably more than an hour. But not super long, only an hour 9 minutes so far. So definitely a lot quicker than the previous episode. So we do also have our new Jotun macro, which basically means our mimics will be casting entangled roots. Everybody else will just be skipping their turn, which is the quickest way of... Hello? Which is the quickest way of getting through him. Wind Dactyl, is that a... It's not an underdweller. It's probably the dinosaurs, right? Well, Mirling? I don't think so. Not a marionette. Elementosaur, probably, right? Yeah, Windactyl. There's 9 of those, and their special thing is your creature's debuffs have a 3% chance to be removed at the start of their man, that seems well, it can be situationally pretty useful. You know, I'll put him at the top of the timeline. I'll give him a chance to avoid damage. No, I'll make him immune to indirect damage. We'll take the... You know what, again, this could be a devastating situation that we're about to put ourselves into. But, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Now we'll give him the chance to avoid damage. Alright. Some buried treasure. I will pick it up. Just give me a moment. Yeah, let's give him the 10 buffs. I will let this treasure golem go. I should set up a macro that if it's a treasure golem, wormhole the 6th creature. Oh, we're getting the long dialogue. It's not worth, man, it's not worth it. Like, the fights against the treasure golems are so awkward with this party, and then everybody gets angry at you. It just ain't worth the hassle. Before we go into the false god portal, again, potentially to our deaths, let us get as much as we can out of this realm. We did find a couple new cards this episode. I think maybe only like 2 or 3. But still, definitely made some progress. We're getting achievements for killing the new masters as well, which is pretty nice. Alright. Close to another favor rank. Would not mind hitting that favor rank, because I think we got a pretty good loot bonus. Well, 351 is not great, but you do get a bit of treasure every time you hit a new favor rank with any of the gods. In fact, this might do it. Alright. Alright. An even more favor, right? Reasonable, alright, let us, God, there's gonna be so many stones to destroy. I'm gonna have to keep like a notepad file open, and I'm gonna note down all of the rarities of the stones, just so that I can find them pretty quickly. Anyway, let's go in and see how this goes. He's at the top of the timeline. Well, you know, let's fight these guys. He's at the top of the timeline. He has a bunch of buffs. You know, we give him a few things that are not really gonna change the fight too much, but the top of the timeline thing is pretty brutal. But we're fine. You know what? You should just. You should do Greater Dispel. You keep provoking. Just keep... Everybody else just keep defending. Yeah, and then the rest of our mimics should just keep doing their macro, where they just put entangling roots on him for all time. And all I have to do is to just mash A until the battle ends. Even though we gave him probably the most dangerous thing, which was putting him at the top of the timeline, he didn't get that much out of it, and it didn't take that long. It's still longer than most other False God fights, but not the worst. I want to check something. How close are we to finishing the pilgrimage? It's gonna be another 3 realms. You know what? We'll do it. We come this far. We might as well just do it. After your turn, you creatures ether and chance. Okay, whatever. After your creatures attack 1 additional time. You know what? That sounds fun. I'll just take muddle. And our heaping treasure gives us... It gives us crappy netherstone and some okay nature guild reputation. Some more of those stats. And this is a little bit... You know what? Because we have an assassination to hand in, I will just hand in the Rune of Prophecies now, because the assassination could give us a head start on the next Rune of Prophecies. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back home. And what I'm gonna do is... And also we have a new bounty to set, so we can see what false god the next Rune of Prophecies might want us to kill. And I'm gonna potentially do a bit of save scumming, because I want to hand in my Rune of Prophecies now. 10 lines. And what I want is... What I want is a Rune of Prophecies where in one of the corners it's asking us to do an assassination mission. So I am willing to save scum a little bit to get that. Alright, so launching the game feels like it takes a little bit longer, but then thereafter load times are almost instantaneous. Alright, let's set ourselves up for a bit of Rune of Prophecies success. There we go. Assassination mission. And there we go, defeat a specific false god, the Ancestor. And 4 Riddle Dwarves is potentially doable. And the rest of it seems pretty nice as well. Alright. So, do we have to hand in our goblet? We don't, so we'll just leave it. And let's set a bounty against the Ancestor. And let's start handing in our missions. Alright, so we've already got this completed, and this, we gotta kill 17. Well, that's something to worry about. Next episode, I'll quickly do the gambling as well. Slot machines, scratch cards. Slot machines and scratch cards. Alright, let's do this. Alright, and with that, I think we can wrap up. Let's reflect on what was accomplished this episode. We found a few cards, we started a couple new card sets. We're on the Elementosaur, and I think we found, I think, one duplicate card from the Lucanian card set. That was kind of fun. So we're starting to find some good cards, and the duplicates are starting to pile up. I'm sure over time the stat bonuses we get from those will mean more, especially since they aren't hard capped at 1,400. You can just keep scaling it endlessly. Man, yeah, we'll get that going as we play. We're still at 91% game completion, but we are getting achievements. You know what? I need to start my other projects, otherwise I will 100% forget next episode. So let's start assassinating the next god spawn. Who is it? It is Capra. Are there any other specific types of missions that we need to do? It does not look like it. So this is a free Rune of Prophecies mission-wise. So let's just do a training mission. I guess no reason not to keep doing key forges. Maybe Gate of the Gods keys, like we'll need hundreds of them for something. And then I guess I'll do another, I'll do a forge mission. Alright, so what were some of the achievements we got recently? Mainly just achievements for currencies, for completing realm quests with the Antiquarian. We're already 40% of the way through. And for beating some of the new masters. So we're slowly starting to amass the achievements. Crawling towards 5,000. That'll be a nice milestone when we eventually hit it. And yeah, let's take a look at how we're doing on some of these achievements. We're getting close to 42,000 resource nodes. Again, roughly double that for destructible objects. And I will be so happy when this is done, but there's still quite a bit left to do. How are we doing for battles? Ooh, we're past 90,000 for defense. That'll be nice. We can finally take Guardian Force off. Then maybe we'll. I have a plan for how to deal with the minions. I have a plan for how to deal with the resurrections. It'll involve creating a different party and just farming this stuff. But serial killer, I think, is just gonna happen over time. It's just another one of those that's a proxy for how long you've been playing the game. Let's also look at creature parts, which is another proxy for how long you've been playing the game. So we're at 6.16 million out of 10 million, slowly crawling towards the end there as well. And we're gonna have to, at some point, do 50 nether synthesis. Okay, so let's crunch the numbers on that. So nether synthesis costs 30,000. We need 50 times that. So we need 1.5 million stardust, whatever this currency is. But like, we don't need it all in one go. Like, when we get 30,000, we can start the first one, then as the stardust rolls in, we'll keep doing nether synthesis whenever we can. But it's gonna take a while. I think it's gonna take a while, unless there's some other way to earn this currency, which, again, if there is, feel free to let me know, but my working assumption is that it's just gonna be a long, long grind. But you know what? There are many long grinds in this game. It's just gonna be one of the many that's running in parallel along with all the others. Anyway, I think that's gonna be enough with this one. Decent episode, clocking in at under an hour and a half, and I felt pretty good about the pace. And I say the stress test was definitely a success. We ran into some enemies that were casting extra times, and it didn't hurt us that badly. So we'll stick with this build, at least for now, and we'll just play it by ear. So for now, we'll just stick with this one because it looks like it's working pretty well. Anyway, that's going to be all for this one. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourselves, and hope you'll join me on Thursday for the next episode. And until then, take care.